Good morning and welcome to what can only describe as a sunny Haworth, a rare sight at the moment. But anyway, as you can see, I'm leaving the Brontë parsonage behind me and I've decided I'm going to set out on a walk to the Brontë Waterfalls. I have a flask of hot chocolate, I've got my Emily Bronte's poems book and I'm quite excited. I haven't done this walk for a little while. So come along and join me on a jolly to the waterfalls and I'll see you soon. I've barely started my walk and I just can't get over the views already. Within sort of minutes of walking out of Haworth, you're suddenly surrounded by countryside and the moors. I mean, obviously there's more here than when Charlotte and Emily and Anne used to come out. You know, there's now footpaths and signs and things like that. But still, I mean, look, there's the reservoir just behind me there. But if I just do a spinny round, obviously I'm walking on the road at the moment, but look, not a soul in sight, just how I like it, and just beautiful, all of it. It's breathtaking. You can see how it played such a big part in their writing. I mean, one minute the clouds are over and it's dark, the next minute they've blown away, the sun's out and it's glorious. It's just amazing. Right, standing around won't get me there. Let's carry on. So that's it, we're off the road. We're going over the cattle grid. I'm going to follow the footpath onto the moors. A little confession. I've always been a bit scared of cattle grids. I remember going over one on my bike once and getting my wheel stuck. But also, maybe it's just me, I will show you. I'm always scared that my feet are not going to reach the gaps. And I'm going to fall down them and get my legs stuck. Isn't it weird? Childhood memories, even when you're a kind of grown up like me. They still affect you. Excuse the sniffles. A little bit of hay fever kicking in. Small price to pay. Right. Let's go. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a pheasant just ahead in the grass and he's been having a bit of a stressy. I think his girlfriend is there somewhere as well and I think she went off without him and he's a bit upset. Oh, he's hiding now. Typical, just when I want to show you. So I've just been overtaken by some serious walkers in all the kit and like proper big rucksacks and like 5 water bottles all hanging from different bits and proper walking trousers, not jeans and walking boots like me. And you kind of forget that this is a place for everybody up here, whether you can walk half a mile or 10 miles. And they've made it very easy for if you just want to stroll. There's lots of places to park. But then if you like the people that's just overtaken me, who are very polite and nice, I'm not having a go at walkers, they're very polite and nice. You know, you can go for miles up here. But yeah, I nearly wore a skirt today, but I didn't. So at least I'm halfway to being serious. Right. Is it wrong to want to stop for hot chocolate? Is that all I can think about at the moment? We'll see.
In a letter written by Charlotte to her friend Ellen Nussey on November the 29th, 1854, she wrote, "I intend to have written a line yesterday, but just as I was sitting down for that purpose, Arthur called to me to take a walk. We set off, not intending to go far, but though wild and cloudy, it was fine in the morning, and when we got about half a mile on the moors, Arthur suggested the idea of the waterfalls after the melted snow. He said it would be fine. I'd often wished to see it in the winter power, so we walked on. It was fine indeed, a perfect torrent racing over the rocks, white and beautiful.
So I've made it to the waterfall and the sun's come out. I met a few people on the way and there's a few people here taking photos, having a drink. So I have my flask of hot chocolate and my poems from the moors, and I plan to sit have a little bit of time, little reflection, little think, and just take it all in. It's just a lovely place to sit. And the sound of the running water as well, I can quite easily see how the sisters would just sit here for hours. It's very, very therapeutic. Everyone I've spoken to has been really nice and friendly, and I've seen lots of dogs. So that's good. Can't beat meeting a little dog on the way. Anyway, hot chocolate time.
In fine and suitable weather, delightful rambles were made over the moors and down into the glens and ravines that here and there broke the monotony of the moorland. The rugged bank and rippled brooks were treasures of delight. Emily and Anne and Branwell used to ford the stream and sometimes place stepping stones for the other two. There were always a lingering delight in these sports. Every moss, every flower, every tint and form were noted and enjoyed. Emily especially had a gleesome delight in the nooks of beauty. Her reserve for the time vanished. One long ramble, made in these early days, far away over the moors to a spot familiar to Emily and Anne, which they called the Meeting of the Waters. It was a small oasis of emerald green turf, broken here and there by small clear springs. A few large stones served as resting places. Seated here, we were hidden from all the world, nothing appearing in view but miles and miles of heather, a glorious blue sky and brightening sun. A fresh breeze wafted on us its exhilarating influence. We laughed and made mirth of each other and settled we would call ourselves the quartet. Emily, half reclined on a slab of stone, played like a young child with the tadpoles in the water, making them swim about, and then fell to mortalise on the strong and the weak, the brave and the cowardly, as she chased them with her hands. No serious care or sorrow had so far cast its gloom on nature's youth and buoyancy, and nature's simplest offerings were fountains of pleasure and enjoyment.